Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto and Kaguya Had a Talk? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, today I'm kind of exhausted because it has been a really tiresome day, like physically and both mentally. So yeah, I just got back home and like have an hour or so before the video goes up. So yeah, I have this idea in my head. I hope you guys don't mind and enjoy today's story, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 13 years after the Kyubi attack on the outskirts of Konoha with Zetsu. He was currently moving towards Konoha through the forest. His one and only aim was to keep an eye on the Jinchuriki of Kyubi no Yoko, 13-year-old Naruto Uzumaki, whom he has heard had gotten into recent trouble because of his stunt that he has pulled by stealing the scroll of ceilings. To get to know more about that incident, he was going in to observe and find more about of what has happened and what has come to Naruto Uzumaki later on. As he was moving, he was stopped at the Valley of the End as he stared at the moon, which was glowing faintly. As suddenly, on top of Hashirama Senju's statue's head, a spirit-like figure appeared. Zetsu moved towards it because he knew who it was, and bowed. "Mother, you're finally able to gain enough chakra over all these years to manifest. I have been saving my chakra, Zetsu. How far your plan has moved? It's still a long time before I will be able to break you free, Mother. But I'm close." "So it is disappointing," as Zetsu flinched. "You are created from my will. You should have freed me by now, more than already a lot of years ago. How long has it been since I was sealed? At least 1,000 years, Mother. But don't you worry, I will free you. I promise, I'm this close." "What are you going to do?" "I am going to gather all the 9 bijus, revive the Shinju, and then make a person who I have been using, Madara's grandson, that Obito Uchiha, into the Jinchuriki, a fake sage of the Sixth Path, and then he can be reverse summoned and switched to your place." "If he is able to break free, then I will be reverse summoned back to the seal. You know that, right?" "But I will be able to free you, Mother. This is a chance, and he wouldn't know it because he has been made strong. Yes, but only with limited knowledge." "Even though you say that, I do not wish for that to happen. I have seen through your eyes what this world has come to. I have been thinking, and I wanted to see if my sons were right or not. But these peoples, even though you influenced a few wars, Zetsu, they have spat on his image of this world. They have turned his gift to them into a hideous, ugly disease for this world." "What are you talking about, Mother? I did this for you, to free you." "No, Zetsu. I'm not talking about you. You might have ignited a few earlier wars, but later on it was only them and their egos that fought. That is true. I wasn't behind any shinobi war. That is what I am saying. I am fed up. I don't even want to hurt them and get my hands stained. But how will you be breaking free?" "I have been able to gain a bit of knowledge, Zetsu. A knowledge through my dream. And that is what I'm going to utilize on." "What knowledge?" "I saw a vision, Zetsu. A child with blonde hair and blue eyes. The child with the 9 tails chakra. Naruto Uzumaki. That is our target. One of our targets that I'm going to have to kill too. He is the one who will reseal me again. And his legacy will be the one to fight. But that isn't the concern. What was the concern of mine? The people. The people, they continue to spat on even his legacy. And he is the child that is chosen by my son. But But mother, Hagoromo and Homura, they betrayed you. Even if they have betrayed me, they are still my sons. And your brother, their family. They have made a mistake, and as an adult and their mother, it is my responsibility to correct that. So what is your plan, mother? Contact Naruto Uzumaki. It is time I speak to him directly and we have a talk. But mother, would he? I say go and talk. I know he will listen. And so, once Kaguya disappeared, Zetsu was left there reeling with what he has been revealed to him. His mother gone insane. The white side, shut up. We are her will. We have to do what she says, even if we don't agree with it. You're right, but enough said. We don't need to ask any more questions. And so, Zetsu arrived in Konoha and found Naruto in home arrest. There were onbus located outside while Naruto was locked within, and he was being questioned by Hiruzen Sarutobi. As Naruto looked down with a sad expression, I'm sorry, Naruto, but that is the least you can do for me right now in this situation. I know you have pranked and caused a lot of trouble before, but this is really a serious situation. You could have been executed for that, you know? I'm sorry, Gigi. I really thought it was a test. I know. But for the time being, you are to remain under house arrest. They want you to be put into a prison. You know how severe that is? As Zetsu listened to this and was quite shocked. I did not knew that Mizuki-sensei was a traitor. To me, he has been a sensei, so it's obvious that I trusted his word. No. But the council, they don't understand that. They just want you to be punished because they see you as someone who was this close to giving away our biggest secrets to Orochimaru. You know how severe that is? I wasn't aware, okay? I'm sorry. Your story won't do any good. Not at least in front of them. Look, stay here for at least a month or so. I'll come up with a solution, I promise. Fine, Gigi. I guess I'll trust you and stay here. As after that, Hiruzen left with a frown on his face because he knew what Naruto was going through was unjust. Instead of being treated as a hero or a victim here, he was being treated as the aggressor and the one who was a criminal. As Naruto stood laid down on his bed with a slump, that is when Zetsu decided to enter, moving through the shadows, and soon as he did, Naruto was alert. Who are you? Calm down, kid. As suddenly the white Zetsu sprouted a branch, tying around Naruto's mouth, and tying his hands as well. You think that would work, genius? He's gonna now be much more frantic. Said the black side to the white one. I had to do it. He was going to make a noise. He's an idiot, remember? As Naruto got much more offended by being called an idiot than being in this situation. Suddenly, that is when Zetsu said, Look, we wish to speak to you. More like our mother wishes to speak to you, Naruto Uzumaki. Consider this your lucky day because rarely any mortal has ever achieved this. The rabbit goddess, the mother of all chakra, the mother of the sage of the sixth path, wishes to speak to you. As these words were said, a being sealed within Naruto, which he has recently been made aware of, violently shook. Kid, whatever you do, don't speak to her. As Naruto was frozen. Is that? Yes, it's the Kyuubi. The rabbit goddess, the mother of chakra, whatever that woman is. She's dangerous. Trust me, she's much more dangerous than I am. Why should I trust you? You're a demon. If I am a demon, then she's the literal devil. Don't you dare trust her, no matter what you do. Say no. It's not your decision, Kyuubi, said Zetsu. You're her will. The one that father warned us about. Hagoromo Nisan was a genius and was already aware. He could have stopped us, but he knew. And he didn't. Because he knew mother will speak to him one day. As Kyuubi remained quiet. And then, the bluff of Zetsu worked, and Naruto was able to make a decision. As Zetsu let go of Naruto's mouth, Naruto said, Fine. But where is she? Just grab my hand and close your eyes. And so that is what Naruto did hesitantly, and suddenly he found himself in a space which was like a home, and on a wooden floor, on a cushion, was seated a woman with white clothing and white long hair with two horns on each side of her face. Her skin was pale and her eyes were like those of Hyuga's, but much more clear. Naruto Uzumaki. So you finally decided to meet. Sit. And you too, child. Sit over there. As Kyubi appeared in front of her, but in a small chibi form, and remained on the red couch that was next to Naruto. So you're the Kyubi. I thought you would be. This is not my real form. To me, this is the form that I want to see you in, Kurama. What do you want from us? From him? I have decided to take my chakra back, but without killing anyone. These people are not worth killing. How can we trust you? You even tried to kill your own sons. Was not my intention. As a mother, I would have punished them, yes, severely so, but never killed them. Don't you dare ever think that I would have done this, said Kaguya, lashing out so much that Kyubi and Naruto felt the pressure. I apologize for losing my temper, but if anyone speaks about my children and me being harmful to them, I lose my temper. Thousands of years of thinking does that to one person. Now, as for why I brought you here, it's simple, Naruto Uzumaki. You are the chosen child of prophecy. You and your legacy is going to be the source to end us and protect the whole shinobi world and chakra from us. As Kurama's eyes widened, wait, so you brought him here to bring him to your side? As Naruto then said, hey, shut the hell up, it's my decision to join her or not. What do you mean by that, kid? Look, Konoha, instead of helping me or treating me as someone who has been fooled, is treating me as a criminal. All my life they have done so. If she treats me better, then I'm going to join her, obviously. As Kaguya then said, do you not wish to know why I wish for you to join my side, Naruto? Because only you and Zetsu are capable enough of helping me. Kurama, I won't reform you forcefully back into the Shinju. Since you are like children to my son, that makes you my grandchildren in a sense. As I said, I am quite protective of my family. I won't harm you and take you as it is, with me. You and your siblings. But how can we trust you? Trust me? It's simple. Because over the thousand-year worth that I was sealed there, each and every day I thought of what if I have really believed in Hagoromo and Homura. At first I was angry, of course, but then I began to think. But as soon as I gained enough chakra to contact Zetsu a few days ago, after having a vision, a horrible one, for me and my kind, I, through him, saw and immediately realized what has happened and came to this conclusion. These people are not even worth killing anymore. This world is corrupted, and the one who corrupts it are the people who my children decided to protect from me. So you're just gonna take your chakra and leave? But what will happen? This world will collapse. It wouldn't collapse. How? Everything works with chakra here, said Naruto. It doesn't work like that. Chakra is a foreign entity that has been forcefully injected into everyone, including the nature itself. Before I arrived, this world was already existent. You all lived here peacefully. There were a few wars, corruption, yes, but there was a lot of peace. And not only that, the nature, the world, everything was existent. Really? Said Naruto. Yes, Naruto. And my goal is one and simple. Taking back my chakra and my children, grandchildren, and leave. Because this world, if I leave with what is rightfully mine, wouldn't be targeted by the future Otsuzukis, because they wouldn't sense any chakra coming from it, and you all will be allowed to live in peace. And the shinobi world, what will happen to it? It will collapse. It will reset back to how things were back then. Small tribes, people with enough influence, and physical warriors like samurais and whatnot. So samurais will have the upper hand then. Yes, people will adapt. They always have, Naruto Uzumaki. Thousands of years ago, people did not knew how to use chakra when my son took my powers and gave it to them. When the one you call the Sage of the Sixth Path. But you, giving it back to me, the world will move on as well. I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of being sealed. I just need my power now and need to leave because this world, it has spat on the memories of my son. My sons gave these people the power so that they could live in peace, get to know one another, and help one another to build a society. He believed in it. But in the end, it didn't work. As you know, chakra, instead of being a blessing, was turned into a disease and a curse. Kid, it's your choice in the end. I accept, said Naruto. As Kurama's eyes widened. What? Are you sure? Yes, I accept. What do I need to do? It's simple. You don't need to do anything. Zetsu, here, this is the seal that I have come up with. It will even bypass the seal of the Shinigami. Kurama will come with you. Once all the 9 Bijus are gathered, you all need to be freed and destroy with your own strength the one you call the Bijudama, the Geromazo. While doing that, Zetsu will cast a hand seal and I will return. And once that is done, I will take back my chakra and leave. Wait, I need to be there. You need to fulfill your end of the promise, and so will I in the end. I will go and gather all the Bijus then, and once everything is set, I will come for you, Naruto Uzumaki. Are we clear here and have a deal? Yes. And so, Naruto woke up, and so did Zetsu. As Zetsu looked towards him. Keep this to yourself, Naruto. Remember that. I know. And with that, Zetsu left, leaving Naruto to his thoughts, or well, his and Kyuubi's thought. What do you think, Kurama, right? Yes, Kurama, for the time being. I don't care if you call me by my name or not. That woman is dangerous. Do you think we should have trusted her? I mean, my guts told me to. She is the rabbit goddess. She has a skill to persuade many people. You are nothing in front of her, kid. I'm not being coy here. Think about it like this. Thousands of years worth, and even before that, she was existent. She is much more older than you and this whole elemental nation and chakra system, or even us are. This is either going to end very badly or end very good. So Zetsu and the Akatsuki moved and gathered one after the other Bijus. Through the seal that Kaguya had prepared, because the Jinchurikis, they were not killed. Zetsu approached them, told them of his plan, and then the Bijus agreed after the meeting. And one after the other, within a few months, while Naruto was freed finally from his, home imprisonment, it was done and set. Naruto, although, had been given another harsh reality check. It is as Sarutobi has informed him that the council has allowed him to be a free man, but on the condition that he isn't allowed to join the shinobi ranks anymore. The council smirked at him and Naruto sighed, rubbing his temples, and then had returned to his apartment in nighttime, much more angry than ever, but a bit hoping that Zetsu would return faster. Great, you're here, said Naruto, looking towards Zetsu. Is everything set? Of course it is. Are you ready to leave? Yes. And so, with Naruto, Zetsu disappeared into the ground, and they arrived into a different place than the Akatsuki base. Naruto once emerged from the ground, then said, "Oh, that felt weird." Of course it would for you, because we traveled through the earth. Thanks to me, you were successfully able to do that. Normally, a person might lose one of their limbs. You mean I could have been... Yes, you could have lost a limb or two, but It doesn't matter that much, now does it? Of course it does to me. Enough. We're here. Where are the other pages? There. And so, once the huge cave was emitted with light, all the pages emerged one after the other. Who's the kid? And where's Kaguya? Or the Garumazo? I will summon the Garumazo next. This is Naruto Uzumaki, the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. So you mean to say Kurama is here, huh? Said Gyuki. Seeing that everyone was here, Kurama, thanks to the seal, was able to leave Naruto's body. Naruto felt cold sweats, but he was fine. Wow, that was kind of an experience. I feel weird. You will feel a bit weaker, Naruto. Aside from that, everything will be fine. Now that all of the 9 pages are here, I will summon the Garumazo, so surround me in circle. And once Bijudama is ready, you are to strike it as fast as you can. And so, the Garumazo was summoned. The earth shook and teared itself apart as the real Garumazo, the one that has turned the 10-tail in its original form into a stone, appeared as Naruto felt chills run down his spine. This is the Garumazo? Yes. The remains, or you can call it the grave of the 10-tails. The one we all are a part of. As it began to vibrate, now! As Zetsu began to cast the hand seals, Naruto held on, as all the 9 Bijus charged up a Bijudama and fired. And then the cracks began to appear. Again! Said Zetsu, as he continued the hand seals, and again a Bijudama was fired. And then, after the third one, it began to crack and break. It's working! Again! It continued on for 6 more times, and total after of 10 Bijudamas from each 9 Bijus. It was finally destroyed. And that is when Kaguya emerged in her true form. And she looked towards Naruto and the others, and Zetsu, as Zetsu bowed alongside of the other Bijus, as Naruto looked towards them, and was now acting like an idiot, standing there. Should I bow as well? No, Naruto. You don't need to bow or anything. Mother, now that you are free, how are you going to take the chakra back? Yes, we wish to know as well, Lady Kaguya. You don't need to call me as such. If anything, you should call me Obasama. Because I am that to you. As the Bijus looked towards one another and then shrugged. Alright, as Kuramada said, then how are we going to do this, Obasama? You don't have to worry about that. Stand here and you two with them, Naruto. What? But I also have chakra, right? Child, you need to possess this amount of chakra at least, because you will be targeted by Konoha once everyone finds out that you have helped us. You're right. But I don't even know any jutsus or anything. What could it would be? I know I can run fast, but I doubt that will be of any help. You don't need to worry about anything, Naruto. Trust me. And so Naruto, a bit scared, then stood to the side, because he was soon going to be the one that will be branded as a traitor to all the shinobi world. As Kaguya clasped her hand together and a third eye opened and began to glow a red hue, as suddenly the chakra began to pull towards her from this world, as huge amount of gust of wind flew throughout the elemental nation, and once the dust settled, Kaguya let go of her hands and opened her eyes as the third eye closed shut. It is done. Just like that? But I still feel the same, because I didn't take chakra from you, Naruto. I also took away their knowledge, stealing their memories on how to use the technique so they wouldn't be able to use it or remember it. So that means that yes, you are the only one who can master or use it. Here, as Naruto stood still, Kaguya appeared in front of him and placed a finger on his forehead. Suddenly, a burst of shockwave entered his body, as Naruto fell, clutching his head, because it hurt a bit. Ow! What was that? Those were the techniques that require for you to become a sage of this world, Naruto. As 3 to 4 Magatama orbs appeared behind him. What are these? You gave him some of the Senjutsu chakra. The sage energy. Yes. It is a gift from me, Naruto. You have to promise me, though, that you wouldn't share this with anyone, not even your children. I promise. And so, with that promise, Naruto watched as the Kaguya Otsutsuki, the rabbit goddess that he has freed alongside the others, after bidding farewell, has left, departing from their world while Naruto stood there all by himself. Just like that, it's done. So what am I gonna do now? Naruto, not wanting to alert anyone, returned back and remained where he was supposed to be. And everyone, well, the next day, they were having a seizure because they couldn't believe it. They couldn't use any chakra. The Anbus, the shinobis, even the elders, they were running around like headless chickens, and when they looked towards one another, they began to accuse one another, and some even dared to accuse Naruto. But Naruto, he also began to act because he was a genius in doing so, that he didn't have any chakra, so they believed him. But in the end, they found out that this was much bigger than only Konoha's problem, because the whole elemental nation for some reason have lost chakra. The shinobi world as it was just fine yesterday was no more now. The next day, Naruto smirked but kept it hidden, as the shinobi world as it was has collapsed and the new world order was soon going to form. And the Iron Country was going to be the one on the top, alongside with the Land of Fire and other daimyo forces who were samurais and whatnot. The shinobi nations, they who have built to be the top in the whole world, was now at the bottom, starting and grinding from there. The wars have halted and peace has been issued everywhere. This was called a phenomenon that was called phantom, because some phantom has stolen their chakra. And the rest was history. Naruto kept it hidden and was grateful that nobody had found out what has happened, and was aiming to fulfill his promise to Kaguya as well. He was the only human that had chakra and sage energy, close enough that he could be considered a shinobi still, while the others? No, not anymore. Time passed and humans did adapt, and Naruto, well, he was adapting as well. He had moved far away from Konoha and was now a wandering traveler because he wanted to travel the new elemental nations, and was able to see just how happy the people who weren't from the shinobi villages, the civilians, were. The ones who would have suffered because of the wars of the big five villages. They were happy, peaceful, and even had their own warriors ready to protect them if any came invading. Everyone had a fighting chance. No one was on the top. No one had to rely on anyone else but themselves. And Naruto, he was happy to see that, and was glad that he had a talk with Kaguya Otsutsuki, and both came to a conclusion that day to see this new world being born. As this is where I will be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.